How's everyone doing today? I want to talk to you a little bit about how do you respond to things when you can't control what is happening in your life. Is that hard for you? Well, you know, who we are today is a result of the choices we made yesterday. Every choice we make has consequences and impacts the paths we take. Think about it. If you make a decision, say, to do something that's questionable, and then you're caught, that's a consequence. I always used to tell my sons, for every action there's a consequence. Be that good, be that bad. It does catch up to us. Even when we have no external control, we can control how we respond to a situation. Somebody says something to you at work or says something that may not be true, how we react is the difference. We can choose to react with anger. We can choose to rebel. We can choose to get them back. So the choices are ours, aren't they? It's what we do is what others will see. Remember that today. So what about letting go and letting God handle our matters? Sounds like a good way to handle things, doesn't it? It is a choice we must make every time we pray. So you go to God in your prayer time. Do you give it to Him, or do you just try to reason with Him and make Him try to understand what we're going through? Yes, it's very difficult. We pray to God, but too often we worry about the results instead of trusting Him, and then we take things into our own hands. How does that work for you? I know it doesn't work for me. So those times when we take these matters into our hands and think we know better, don't we? We end up leaving a trail of casualties behind us. Collateral damage to those that didn't even know what happened, but yet they're hurt because of our actions. So let's look at 5 ways to surrender control and let God handle our lives. Number 1, stop striving and start abiding. You know, we can keep striving for things in our life that we want, that we think we want, that we think we need, and we just keep striving for that. What about just abiding in God's will for our lives, letting Him have control and letting Him take control of everything? Everything. You know, I have a good friend of mine that takes everything to God, be it buying a movie, a book, whatever it is. He seeks God first, and that way you're abiding in Him. Number 2, confess and surrender your need for control. If you're having trouble surrendering through prayer alone, try taking out a piece of paper and write down the things that you're holding so tightly to. One by one, take those pieces of paper, put them on the floor. As you're doing so, imagine yourself literally laying them down at the feet of the Father. It's powerful. Write these things down. Lay them on the floor and leave them alone. Let them go and watch Him work. Number 3, be still and know. You know, one of my favorite verses in Psalms 46:10 is, be still and know that I am God. He knows what's best for us. Just be still and let Him have it today. Whatever it is that's tearing you up, give it to Him and leave it alone. Just be still and you'll be amazed how you feel when you leave it with Him. Just the amount of stress that comes off your shoulders. Number 4, trust, trust, trust. Trusting in God is a lifelong process, isn't it? Like many aspects of the Christian faith, it's a choice that we make every day. That's why they call it a walk with God. It's a daily walk. It's getting to know Him Trust Him. Have faith in Him. And building relationship. We have to learn to let go of trying to figure out the whys of life and trust that God understands more than we ever could. That's huge. We can beat ourselves up with the whys. I mean, early on from my accident, there was a lot of whys in my head, and I verbalized those to God. Why did this happen? Why did you allow this to happen? Why did I go on the road I rode on? Why did I at the last minute take that route? Only to end in a hospital bed with major injuries from a motorcycle accident. Why beat myself up at the whys? In those times, God simply said to me, Troy, be still and know that I am God. So I let it go. Number 5, our last one. Seek God. God holds the world in His hands. You have to seek Him. You know, we can never fully grasp the power and extent of those hands if we're not tuned in to be focused on Him. When we surrender our control and wait and trust in God's plan, it's going to be awesome. Jeremiah 29:13. If you look for me wholeheartedly, you will find me. That's God's promise. Seek Him. He holds the whole world in His hands. If you remember that song we all sung as little kids, so much power. You know, when you can't control what is happening in your life, let the way you respond to what's happening be the power which releases you. Letting go is a daily practice, just like walking with God is. What keeps you from letting go and letting God take over? That's what you need to ask yourself today. What is it? Gave you a lot to chew on today. And if you like this video and you want to chat some more, comment on my YouTube channel. Send me a message. Let's talk about it. Have a great day today, and may God bless your day.